All right. As I mentioned, Josh has very strong ties to Indy. Now, with that said, how has the community treated you? Are you glad that you started your company here?
Absolutely. Very happy that I started Oakland here. We've been welcomed with open arms in the city. I mean, Indianapolis has been starving for someone to answer the phone and show up on time, provide an honest answer and a fair price, and that's what Oakland's been good at.
Okay.
I think mainly referenced by we literally do no marketing. 2.5 years ago, we got involved with one magazine, which is still ongoing, and I believe we'll complete this September. But outside of that, other than our website, oaklandheatingandair.com, where you can find us, um, our growth in this city, we have went from the LLC started 5 Marches ago, and we've now grown with 7 techs, full-time W-2 techs, take-home vehicles, health insurance, 401k. We're doing everything we can here to attract men and women here to continue growing in this city. And Indianapolis is absolutely welcomed us with open arms. You know, just the phone doesn't stop ringing, and my daily focus now has switched from being the best furnace and AC man myself to attracting the best furnace and AC men and women here to Oakland.
So then, what makes Josh Buhler and Oakland Heating and Air different than your competitors?
What makes us different than our competitors? Really, Oakland right now is here for the marathon, the long-term game. How do I want to say this? I love heating and cooling. I have no plans to change what I'm doing. I am not trying to fatten up a cow to sell it. Most specifically, I see myself, as my daughter is walking the stage, graduating, my daughter Charlie inside, as she's graduating high school, I'll still be, rolling with Oakland. It might be Oakland Mechanical at that point. I absolutely have plans to incorporate licensed plumbing and electrical here. And I think what separates us from maybe some of the bigger dogs in the city, some of the larger outfits that we compete with, is I am the single and sole owner. There's no corporate entity that influences us. We are not trying to fatten this cow up to sell in 2 or 5 or 10 years. Like, this is a long-term game plan. And all of the time we show up at houses following up. They said we need a new furnace and AC. We had to get a second, opinion. And it turns out just a simple fix is needed. But then Oakland's able to retain that customer, basically for life. And that's how our customer base has continued to grow. And we've been able to add headcount, as with no fancy business background, marketing, no anything going on. We've still been able to attract great people here, train them as we go. We have 4 licensed techs right now that can run any call, do any install, residential or commercial, and we're growing in the city. I think it's proof that Indianapolis has welcomed us with open arms.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you already mentioned it, but just one more time, how would people find you? What's a number? What's a website people can look for?
OaklandHeatingandAir.com is our website. You can find us. This is our phone number to the shop, 317-987-6002 for 24-hour service. And here by this late fall, we will be unveiling our company social media account.
Keep an eye out.
Yes,
all right, now a little segment I like to call Wins and Wines. All right.
Yep.
Now, you've been doing this for quite some time.
Absolutely.
This has been a big passion of yours. Is there anything that's stuck out in your mind as like a big win, or something that's given you a little bit of momentum to really propel you forward?
What stuck out as a big win is I believe Oakland provides in this city something much needed, and is going to be more and more needed as time continues in the next 5 or 10 years, especially as like AI is the capabilities and maybe some of the jobs that are available today might not be available in some years to come. I think in large part, heating and cooling, plumbing, electrical, trades in general, when you and I were in school, and from what I remember, it was just like no one focused on it, no one talked about it. It was kind of like that's a last resort, and it was maybe the older generations that were proud to do that work. Right. I can't put into words how blessed I feel like I'm passionate about, and what I want to do is this work. I want to work with my hands. I want to work with torches and pipe wrenches, and I want to have fun. That's what I want to do. I don't want to sit at a computer. I understand for Oakland's future, part of it will be myself in an office setting, and I can't just be running calls all day and trying to be the best AC or furnace man necessarily. But again, we are just so well suited with AI approaching the job market that we have right now, most of the men and women that have carried these trades the past decades are retiring. The company I worked at, again, a lot of the guys that I still call to this day when I'm stumped, they are retiring, they have retired. Our generation hasn't yet filled that gap. So it's like Oakland's here again. This is not no plans to sell or do anything. This is, we are here to stay in the city, and we have a great foundation, which I think is, I think people may agree with me more and more, maybe as time goes and the AI maybe pushes some jobs out, that if you're not afraid to work with your hands, absolutely good qualified techs, not only in HVAC, but in the trades, are bringing in W-2 techs, are bringing in with good health insurance and benefits, 100,000, 125,000 plus. And to be clear though, those are men and women who are licensed.
Men and women.
Yeah, men and women who are licensed, head screwed on straight, showing up to work, working a solid 8 hours, and it's a two-way street. But Oakland is here for the men and women in this city looking for a place to come and grow. We're a new company. We're just starting. We are here to stay, and it's a perfect opportunity.
There you go. And so on the flip side of that, is there anything that sticks out to your mind that makes you want to go home to your wife and your baby girl Charlie and your new one on the way, and maybe reevaluate a little bit of things?
Literally, the flip side of that coin is I guess if we play devil's advocate against what I just said, I think what we're looking at here is, again, a trade, not only in HVAC, but the trades altogether. We have so many of the what I would, senior guys or the black belts, whatever we want to call it, they're retiring. So the knowledge and the capability is leaving. Right. The guys that I learned from, the guys I looked up to, it's what it was. They worked on weekends, and if they needed to stay until 7 p.m. tonight, putting them at 11 hours on the clock today, they needed to stay to 7 tonight to finish the vacuum pump and get the AC back running so the business could get going. Whatever it is, that's what they did. I feel, in my experience in the last 5 years of eat, sleeping, and breathing Oakland, all with intentions to grow a valuable business, provide service in the city, and attract good men and women, it is glaringly aware to me. Not everyone was born as lucky as I was, with a mom and dad who were up before the sun, and lunches were on the table, mom's gone, dad's out for an hour run, and it's just workaholics basically. You could almost say, and showed us a good foundation of a family. Just not everyone was lucky to grow up with the good morals that you and I did, watching hard work happen day after day after day. And so one tough thing I struggle with, as you asked, do I ever go home and cry to my wife, is the devil's advocate says, what if I just, shut this down, and cherry picked calls from here and didn't have to babysit people, and every day I got to motivate people. And, if I didn't make my main focus be attracting good men and women here, training, motivating, and growing Oakland, I could maybe have a less stress in between my 2 years if I just took calls that came in to me as I could, handle and manage them, which as of 4 years ago, Josh Buhler couldn't stay on top of what he was doing, so, excuse me, I think 2.5 years ago we hired our first employees. So that was that's what's on my mind, is the one tough side. Indianapolis offers absolutely the opportunities here. If you're good at what you do and want to show up on time, the opportunities here, Oakland has that. I love what I do. I have no plans to want to change it. Whether we continue growing this, which is my plan, or the universe has different plans, I will never leave this trade. And this is what this is what I love doing. It's what I'm passionate about. Yeah, there you go. Absolutely.
All right, I could talk with this guy all day. I'm going to let you get back out, play with the wrenches and torches that you're talking about. But if you know anybody, if you're looking for repair, estimate, maintenance, anything, comment, tag, share, and also make sure you visit Josh at what he had called his website, and drop Josh a comment and ask him a question. Thanks.
Thanks.